Welcome to Designing Urban Spaces, a Digital Media Academy certified schools course. This course for grades 6 to 8 and above incorporates design thinking, 3D modeling, and an analysis of and response to issues of public spaces. Students will combine all three streams to identify an ideal urban space that is responsive to user needs and the local environment. The course can also be adapted for use with younger students. Students in the course will make use of the design thinking process, something familiar to any designer. Whether they design physical products, user interfaces for apps, or public spaces, designers of all types use design thinking approach to identify creative ideas, define a problem, seek to understand users, prototype, and refine a final product or result. To do this successfully, designers must empathize with the people who will be the end users of their work. In urban design, we want to understand how people use parks, streets, libraries, and other public spaces in order to develop environments that are engaging and safe, but also promote things like social interaction, physical activity, and sustainability. This 5-module course will give students the chance to work like a designer, developing skills that can be used in architecture, urban design, product design, software development, and many other fields. To prepare for teaching designing urban spaces, we recommend that you follow these steps. Step 1. Begin your preparation by going to the course overview and teacher guide found in the teacher resource module. Step 2. Once you have navigated to the course overview and teacher guide, you'll see what you and your students are working towards. Review the description and key outcomes for the class. In designing urban spaces, you'll see that students will recognize and understand the challenges of urban living. Understand the role of designers, planners, and architects in addressing the challenges of urban living. Use Tinkercad, a 3D modeling platform, to create 3D designs. Conceive of and plan urban spaces that address urban issues. Use the design process to come up with creative solutions to make urban living better. Step 3. You'll also find the teacher guide and specific lesson materials in the course overview. Lesson materials like handouts are organized in order by lesson, so you can find them easily. Most teachers find it easiest to download and print the included teacher guide to assist in planning for each session of the course. Step 4. You should also review the equipment and materials you will need for the course. For designing urban spaces, you will need the following: access to computers or tablets with an internet connection, Tinkercad accounts, free online at tinkercad.com. Common classroom materials like pencils, markers, and paper to sketch out and plan designs. A sketchpad, suggested. An up-to-date browser such as Chrome. A blog or portfolio, optional, for sharing designs. For teachers looking to integrate technology and design education into their core curriculum, designing urban spaces offers many opportunities. The design process that students will use in the course, aka design thinking, is a model that can be integrated into any project-based assessment in which students are asked to devise creative solutions to real-life problems. In science, for example, design thinking can be used to help design experiments or to develop inventions to address problems. In robotics, your students could use design thinking to build a robot that fulfills a household need while also appealing to as many people as possible. In math and engineering, there are clear applications to geometry and the creation of sound structures. In social studies, if your students are studying local, regional, or national issues, the design thinking process can be used in combination with rigorous research to develop and propose policies and programs that address social issues and the desires of residents. If you study ancient civilizations, urban design can inform your students' understanding of early civilizations' organizational and governance structures. Finally, urban design by itself has clear tie-ins to any issues-based social studies curriculum. Today, over half the world's population lives in cities. Cities around the world are dealing with issues of housing, transportation, quality of life, and pollution. Urban planners and designers are at the forefront of efforts to make cities livable, and your students can join that movement through designing urban spaces. Now let's take a peek at what you and your students will be doing in each of the 5 modules in the course. Module 1 will introduce students to the tremendously varied work that architects and urban designers do. Module 2 will focus on Tinkercad, the free online 3D modeling platform we will use in the course. Students will start learning how to use Tinkercad's many features. We encourage you to familiarize yourself with how Tinkercad works before teaching the course. We'll include tips and tricks but there is no substitute for exploring and playing yourself. In Module 3, your students will jump into the design process by taking part in a design challenge focused on placemaking. They'll also continue to hone their Tinkercad skills. Next, students will start using Tinkercad to bring their ideas for a livable city to life. Along the way, they'll keep refining their Tinkercad skills. Finally, Module 5 will be devoted to students' final projects. In the next 2 videos for Design Urban Spaces, we'll take a much closer look at specific lessons and learning activities in the course. We'll offer suggestions for good discussions, highlight concepts for you to emphasize, and suggest methods of implementing different activities. Thank you for joining us in this Digital Media Academy Certified Schools course, and see you soon.